Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Mindy, and today we're in the kitchen cooking up some salmon stew. So keep watching. One of the main reasons I am calling this poor man's salmon stew is because we are using canned salmon. Now, fresh salmon can definitely be used for this recipe, and if you use fresh, you'd want to use about 15 ounces or a pound of fresh salmon. But when this stew came about for me, when my mom showed me how to make it years ago, she would always talk about how when she was little, this was something they would have a good bit at dinner. And my mom was one of 6 children. And so they lived right after the Depression era. And, they didn't have fresh salmon. We're from the South, and, canned salmon was a lot more prevalent than fresh salmon. So that's what my granny would always use, would be canned salmon or oysters when she would make oyster stew. But that's what we're using is canned salmon, and it is just as good. Now, I love a good fresh salmon, but it's expensive. So when you're trying to feed the poor man, you have to go with what you can afford, and that's usually canned salmon. Also, this stew is made with pretty much everyday things you would more than likely have around your home. Now, you can also add to this potatoes if you wanted to, diced up. Sometimes if we have rice, like leftover rice, then I may serve it poured over, some rice warmed up. So you can add variations to it however you want. One thing I do different than what my mom always did is I like to saute some onion and garlic and add that to my stew. I think it just gives such a really good flavor. So I did 1/2 onion diced up really fine, 2 cloves of garlic minced up, and then I sauteed that in 2 tablespoons of butter. And then I start adding in my meat. I did 3 5-ounce cans of boneless, skinless salmon, and you do pour the juice in with it. That just really adds a lot to the flavor. And then we're going to add in 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 cup of regular milk, and I'm using 2% in this recipe. And we're going to do 1/2 cup of water. Then we're going to add in the rest of that stick of butter, and we're going to add in some salt and pepper. And you can do the salt and pepper to your liking. In this recipe, I believe I went with about 1 teaspoon of salt. I did 2 1/2 teaspoons is what I did, and then I did a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. But again, you can adjust that however you'd like. Then you just want to give it a good stir and cover it, and we're going to bring it to a rapid boil. Once it begins to boil rapidly, then I usually will turn it down to low heat until I'm ready to serve. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. Drop a comment below. That really helps my channel to grow. And I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye, y'all.